Thinking class. Let's get ready to start. Let's get ready for liftoff. Shout out to Dre. Press that. Beautiful animal. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. If you missed yesterday, you will know who David is. There's no telling what's going to happen today. Peace, Woodley. Please take time to like and share the video. Appreciate that. Let's get it. Let's get ready for it. Get ready for it. Come on, it's Friday. Upgrade Friday. Let's get it. Upgrade Friday. Fill all the little chickadees and all the cockadoodles. Let's get it going. Peace and prosperity. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Let's get it started. This is Lawrence D. Adams, Upgrade Fridays. You're rocking with the best. Upgrade Friday. Tell your friends. Tell your mother, brother, sister, cousin. Let's get it. It's Upgrade Friday. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on. Had to use my own music. They're trying to tag me too many times. Let's get it. It's Friday. If you missed yesterday, you missed who David was. David showed up yesterday. Let me say that again. If you missed yesterday, you missed who David. Who was David yesterday? He showed up yesterday. Let's get it. Shout out to everybody. The enforcer is here. Joe Bass. Let's get it. If you missed yesterday, you missed what took place yesterday. You missed yesterday. We went in yesterday. Yeah, see, they know what David was talking about. There you go. Yesterday, David. Great show. Never know what may happen today. You never know what may happen today. It could be your day, but it is Upgrade Friday. It is what? Upgrade Friday. Shout out to everyone in the chat room. Yeah. right. Shout out to Sharice. Happy Friday to the Deacon class, TTC. Let's get it. Let's get it. I want you guys to realize what happened yesterday. Yesterday was something else. What happened yesterday was amazing. And I want y'all to get ready for today, because you never know whose day it may be. You never know whose day it may be. You never know whose day it may be today. So we want to definitely talk about get going in a few minutes. We got a few seconds. You know how we do. You know how we do here over here in the thinking class. I want you guys to get ready, because we're going to definitely talk about some things today. I don't know what this the flow. Let me see. Slow walk. Let's see what this song is. I'm going to remember all my music. So I want you guys to get ready. I'll subscribe to it. Let's get going in a few minutes. Let's see what this song is. Oh, that's what we got. That's a slow walk. That's the initial song that we use all the time. So I want you to get ready for today. If you missed yesterday, you missed something big. You missed something big yesterday. Let's get it. It's Friday. It's Friday. Let's go. It's Friday. Upgrade Friday. Time to count that cash. Let's get it. It's Friday. Upgrade Friday. You already know. Salute. Got to turn the cameras, the lights on in the back, but I'm here. It's Upgrade Friday. Let's get ready to go. Upgrade Friday. Let's get it. Come on. Salute. What's going on, Coach? I see you. Everybody's tapping in. So let's elevate to the next plane. We're talking about the spiritual side of the game, tapping into another frequency. That's what I put. I've already got to correct it, but I want to get the music going. Let's get it right. So what we're talking about today, get to the Midnight Lovemaking, which was the song that actually took us in yesterday. So let's get going today. Let's get going. Let's get. You can find this song on Amazon, Google, and all your streaming services under Lawrence D. Adams. So let's go. The spiritual side of the game. If you've been with us all this week, you should have been connected on the deep level with the spiritual side of the game. You're not talking about religion. I have nothing against religion. But what I am talking about is you being spiritually connected, because it's so important to the other side of the game. Something I didn't share, what I'm going to share today a little bit, but the spiritual side of the game. I want you to realize that it is vitally important. And what I'm going to also do, I'm going to put the link in there. If you want to beam up, or if you want to call through, you can call into through Facebook or through Instagram and share today. What did you get? Okay. And what did you get from the spiritual side of the game? What did you get from the spiritual side of the game? What did you get from the spiritual side of the game? What did you get? What's going on, Misha? What's going on? What did you get from the spiritual side of the game? Or what insights can you get from the spiritual side of the game? So we about to go in. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. If you missed yesterday, you'll know who David is. So we're going to go a little bit higher today. So I want you, I'm going to put the link out there. I want you to call in, call me on Facebook, Instagram, and or you want to beam up, you can beam up, and I'm going to put the link up here. If you start talking crazy or whatever, you know what's going to happen to you. I'm going to immediately delete you. I'm going to post a link in here. And one of the things I'm going to say, if we're talking about the spiritual side of the game, if you haven't noticed anybody come up here, I want you to stay on topic. Stay on topic, because we have a show that we're doing. We have something that we want to accomplish here, because it's not about you. It's not about me. It's about we. Salute True Savage. What's going on, Thinking Class? And I want you guys to tap in. I put the link in the chat room. Tell me what you got this week from the spiritual side of the game. Why is it so important that we talk about the spiritual side of the game? Because I want you guys to really, really get this. Right, you're right. LDA is going to kick your assets in the process of you talking crazy. So I want you guys to realize, I want you to beam up. What's going on, Jono? So I want you guys to really get that. Fierce Soul, yesterday was your day. Shout out to you, brother. Let me get my camera right. Get a little hot. There you go. Yesterday was your day. So I want you guys to really understand. I want you to come. If you want to beam up and share, you have that ability to come up. You don't have to get on camera. You can turn your camera off and just have your avatar. But today, we want you to talk about, today we're talking about the spiritual side of the game. But I also want you to understand, there's no need for us to talk about this all week. And if you don't got nothing you have experienced or even thought about, so you're welcome to come up. I put the link in the chat room, or you can call me on Instagram or Facebook, and then you can come up right onto the thinking class. So I want you guys to get it. Because the spiritual side of the game causes you to connect with the mental, the emotional, and the physical side of the game. You cannot be lopsided in one area and think you're going to win completely in all areas. So that's where we're talking about the spiritual side of the game. So I'm giving you an opportunity to come up, the thinking class to come up and to begin to talk. And yes, we do have Patreon set up. It is patreon.com/the thinking class 1. Well, the Patreon is only $7.77. So I want you to come up. Let's talk about it. The thinking class. You there, Jono?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right. Look, we got True Savage coming up. That's what I'm talking about. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's up, you fellas? Top of the morning.
Top of the morning.
What's going on, True Savage?
Jono, LDA. Yeah. I can honestly say that I've just been tapping in throughout the week because I've been busy. You know, me and my girl, we're moving into an apartment, and this is a big move for us because, you know, with other business that we have going on, it's like tapping into the shows, trying to catch you guys, you know, IFE and whatnot. But the game that you guys been putting out this week, I think it was something that I need to hear. And she doesn't subscribe to, you know, I would say like YouTube and whatnot, but just hearing what you guys had to say while she was in the car with me while we were, you know, traveling. Thanks, dog. While we were traveling and, you know, moving and whatnot, she heard enough to like keep her motivated and whatnot.
Awesome. Awesome.
And what motivated in what way?
In a way that I would say keep a level head, you know, and it's something that I tell her myself. You know, we go to work to basically make money, right? So right. Anything outside of making money, you know, you just have to keep that cordial. I mean, I think everyone's there to like, you know, make money so that they can, you know, put food on the table, keep a roof over their head and whatnot. So, you know, any type of gossip and all that stuff, it's like, you know, it's not even, you shouldn't even involve yourself in it.
Right. I agree, man. Definitely, man. I think this was actually inspired from last week. Uh-oh, my camera's doing that. Let me turn this camera off. So you'll start doing this. There we go. So the most important thing here is this was inspired by last week we were talking about. And I said, you know what? We were talking about the spiritual side of the game, not knowing that it was going to unfold the way it did. And when it did, I'm like, you know what? Talking to John, we may have to do one more week because we haven't even touched the surface of the spiritual side of the game. Like I wanted to share something today, but it's so much to it because I think a lot of times guys get so focused on, let me get my body game, which you need to. Let me get my mouthpiece together, which you need to. Let me work on myself, which you need to. But their spirits are disconnected to actually fuel or empower all the other areas.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely it's something that I had to, I would say, put into practice myself. And once I realized that, it's not just about, the looks and the material stuff and all that. The material comes from manifestation of your mind, your mental, your spirit. So that's something that, I realized a while back myself. And, people that really know me, in person and whatnot, they can say that, it could be like a really messed up situation or, it can be like something, I would say an event unfolds and, just having a sense of humor, which actually comes from, the spirit, to many different, I would say phases of a person's spirit that they can, help shine some light into someone else. So,
Good point. Trav asked, why did y'all decide to move in together?
Well, we've been living together already for about, I would say, a year and a half. But that in itself, it all started from when we first met. She was from hotel to hotel. And, I just saw that she was spending all her money on hotel rooms because she didn't have like a solid situation. And, just me getting in her ear about it. And then also, it helped her a lot. It helped her save money. It helped her live begin to be stress free. And that was something that I knew that I needed from her if me and her would have any type of future relationship together, was for her to be stable herself, not moving with me at the time, but just for her to become stable. So it went from her paying a good friend of mine to live with them for a while until I started seeing that she was consistent in that. Mm-hmm. And once I saw that and the respect and everything, and she tells me all the time, she appreciates it. And if she were here right now, she'd tell you that this is the longest relationship she's been in. And I'm like, I really I take that to heed, especially the way that I'm putting it down. And it's not on no I would say pimping stuff or anything like that. It's a culmination of everything that I learned from many different sources to be able to not just holler at a chick, but to get into their mind frame, to understand them, to see how they can best serve me to serve themselves.
So that's good talking right there. That's why we talk. Even what you're saying, it ties into the spiritual side of the game. Because once you tap into your spirit, you also are able to tap into her spirit. Or even if her spirit was dormant, say no connection, little frequency, because you are already connected. We talked about yesterday the battery and then the alternator. You can give her a charge and not lose your charge.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of guys miss that, or they're unbalanced. They're so spiritual, they don't got no mouthpiece, or they got body game, money ain't right. It's always up. Let me say this, because it just came to me. We have a lot of people who become Frankensteins on YouTube.
Yeah. That's why, I had the mindset of hopping on YouTube, starting my own channel, but it's hard work. I see what you guys do. I see what other guys do. And it looks so easy because you guys have perfected what you're doing. The equipment, And it's not just the equipment, it's the content that you're bringing out. And when you have like fellows like you and Jono, and you guys are coming straight from here to reach us so that we can apply it. Like I said yesterday in the chat, this isn't about just coming here and coming into these chats and, you know, being everyone being an Einstein. This is about really us networking. And the only way you can find out people that you can network with is by like I would say groups like this. And you actually like, you get to know a person and whatnot through that. And you get to see their mental, what they're saying. And also, you know, when they pop up on the live and whatnot. But yeah, there's some cats in this chat room that I would definitely consider business partners and associates.
See, and that's the thing I said, well, you were there 2 nights ago in Alfie's chat. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know.
That's what I was getting at when I was talking to the collective and the individual.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what solutions are we going to get, and how are we going to bridge the gap between the male and the female? Because we can talk about how this one ain't good and that one ain't good, and this one told too big, and one got one afro. This one, we can all talk that, but until we understand how to come together as a collective, and understanding that we're not going to agree on everything, but we are going to move forward. That makes a difference. Yeah, John, True Savage was there that night, and he was in the chat room when, you know, the fireworks started going off.
Yeah. It always comes back to the man, and I'm going to shout out Coach EO, because that concept really didn't hit home to me until when a person continues to repeat something over and over, and you're picking it up, and it's a positive message. You have no other choice but to embed that in your mind, and once it's in your mind, your actions are going to start following.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm getting at is, and also a shout out to him, is that he always says it begins and ends with the man. Now that's not to downplay the woman's part or her position, and you know, in a man's life, because you know there's some women that have contributed to great men. So, but I think that it definitely, you know, guys need to just, I would say, cut out all the BS in their life. You know, just be real. If you don't know something about something, there's someone that does, and respect that person for that information that they're blessing you with. You know, they're giving you. That's it.
I completely agree. That's why I want to emphasize the spiritual side of the game that we're talking about. Because I don't know, some people have came through church, or maybe the temple, or maybe the mosque, whatever the case may be. But I want men first to understand that their spiritual side has to be in place.
Yeah.
Because
definitely.
Once you have that connection, like we said this week, you become limitless. There's nothing that you don't know, you could not know, would know, wherever the case may be. And so that's why it's so important that let me get Trav says, bridge the gap by filling the gap with your ism. That's it. You need maturity, open-minded parties on both ends to bridge the gap. Correct. That's it. Yeah. Right there. And so that's what we're doing. That's why we emphasizing the spiritual side of the game, because it's not talked about. So one of the things I want you to tap in on this, because I know where you're at. How do you think the spiritual side of the game, because it's going to apply to what you said this week, how do you think the spiritual side of the game applies to the attraction side of things?
Oh, wow.
Look at Jono's eye.
I could literally go on and on about that part of the game, because I honestly believe that when let's say I'm approaching a woman, let's say I'm applying myself, like, you know, with what I've learned and accumulated over the years. In order to do that, I feel that I have to have some connection with that type of information. I have to have a connection that's beyond money, that's beyond sex, that's beyond personal gain. So with that frame of thought, I enter situations like, if I know the basics of it, then it becomes at a level of where I'm finessing it, like I would say on a not really on a big level, but it seems so natural. It seems
Mm,
very natural. It doesn't seem like I have to like fake it. It doesn't seem like I have to like overwork or anything. It seems like, it's something that was already in me, or I seen someone do, or I heard someone say, and I can go ahead and apply that. Uh, it's kind of like what Jono talked about yesterday, and that really stuck with me about the ancestral data. It seems like that, like I'm tapping into something like that. And then, us being our own individuals, we put our own creativity, our own finesse on it.
mm.
So that's how I really feel about the spiritual aspect of the game. It's like when you forget your place, or you've lost your way, you can never lose that part.
Right. Definitely. John, what you got to say? I know you over there moving and grooving over there.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could tie it together, even the two areas, you could tie them together. Like you say, your attraction to things come from how you were exposed to things, right? So
Yeah.
if you say you're going through life, and when you hit a challenge, or you hit a bump, especially when you're a child and you're growing up in your formative years, when the way you came up, the rearing from your parents, and dealing with each situation teaches you how to approach the answer of any challenge, and that's what attracts you to the answer. You get what I'm saying? Like, and of course, when you get to adulthood, you get the people. You're attracting yourself now to people with the same type of solution from the rearing that comes down generationally. So I actually like that whole mesh of being able to like take the solution problem solving skills from the people that are around you, and they weren't all positive. See, the thing is, you take the data, whatever way you got it, and then you shape it into something that works for you. So even if you saw something negatively and you choose not to do it, it's still teaching.
That's it. That's it. I know you traveled. It's good, ain't it? True Savage, ain't it?
Yeah, man. I love stuff like this. Like I said, I'm new to the game. I mean, I've seen it while I was growing up, but now I'm realizing it on my own personal level, and I'm actually operating within it. So, I mean, I can definitely say that I love the life that I'm living, that I'm shaping. With me and my girlfriend, but even without her, I would still like the fact that I'm able to, I would say, reach out to another person's mind and not control them, but to actually inspire them.
That's it. So let me say this, because this is gonna be. Y'all ready in the chat room? Let me know y'all ready for this with the chat room. We talked about it before, but we said it. I'm gonna say it another way. I feel like I sound like Connie Williams. I went say it another way. It's a lady that we know, Connie Williams. Say it another way. So I want to say this: when you understand the spiritual side of the game, Jono said it before, I said it before, but I'm going to say it again. Actually create the situations before they even happen. Let me say that again. When you understand the spiritual side of the game, understand that you create the situations before they happen, and you become the director and watch the actors and actresses actually perform on the stage called your life.
Yeah.
And what happens is you begin to breathe into your production and watch it unfold. Didn't we just do that, Jono, the day before?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are literally on stage in their own production when they're supposed to be directing.
Yeah.
And what happens is you think that life is happening. That's why you say, "Oh, so it's gonna happen to me no matter what." Life things keep happening to me. No, you are the director. You may be one of the players, because that is the game, but you're also the director. You're the coach. You're Your subconscious and your conscious is being directed by what you think and how you behave, and it is playing out the way you thought it would. And if it's not playing out the way you thought it was, change your mind.
Could that be the reason why, if you listen to content that constantly talk about the woes of women, that you begin to create the woes of women in your life? I know I could be wrong. I don't, what do you think about that, True Savage? Is that true, or I could be
That's
making
not. I wouldn't even call that an assumption. That's a fact. You are what you eat. As simple as I can put it, you are what you eat.
Yeah. So that's why it's so important that we take you to another level. We actually bring you into the. Thank you so much for the True Easy. This dude be in the cloud somewhere. I don't even know he was watching. True Easy is sending. It's Friday. I must give to receive. Oh, look at that. Right on the phone. Right on the iPhone. I watched. He's giving. I didn't even see him in the chat room, but he's listening. Y'all got to understand even the cycle. He's in the clouds giving because he's receiving on his. He worked 12 hours. Don't you say he worked 12 hours? 12 hours, and then come listen to this. It wasn't the amount, it was the gesture of what he did. So I think we got another, let's see. you did, Orange, did you and Warren B talk today? I saw a video today where he spoke briefly on being stars. No, I didn't even talk to Warren B today. I got a call up though, that's my brother. Right, there's some heavy, right. So that's why it's so important. Like we got True Savage up here. Wow, True Savage. Wow, you're in California, right?
Yes, sir. San Diego.
I got his cousins out there. San Diego. Woo. Don't you want a house?
I mean, yeah. Who doesn't want a house? But yeah, I definitely want a house.
Let me say this again. Drink my kombucha. Did it at the same time too. We did like this at the same time. Let me say this again. Don't you want a house?
Yeah.
All right, let me leave it alone. I see Jono's eyes like, don't do it. When he do like this, don't do it.
Listen. All right, let me take you down the road, okay? When's the last time you lived in a house?
I'm really doing that. Last time I lived in a house was probably about, besides last week, but really lived in a house, a home. I would say back at least like probably about 26 years ago, if I want to be accurate. About 26 years ago.
Was it a multi-level house?
No.
Okay. The reason I kind of felt like it wasn't, that's why I asked. So It was a single level house, and what happened was, can you describe the way the walls were painted?
Yeah, to the T. They were actually wooden walls.
Okay.
I'm from the South.
Okay, so you had like wood paneling.
Yeah.
And then was there a screen door?
No screen doors. No.
Okay. So there was a front and a back entrance,
yeah,
correct?
Front and back door. Yeah, yes.
Did it lead to any kind of a walkway or driveway?
Backyard and front yard with a gate around it led to the a basketball court and a driveway.
Beautiful. Now, is that because it was the last place you were? I'm not sure how many houses you've lived in, but was that like the picture of what you would get if you get your own house?
Mm-hmm.
It is. So you gotta think about this now. You just made a connection with your past to literally imprint the future. You get it? You're literally setting it up right now because you have the example stamped in your head. So what you need to now is draw yourself to that pictured vision and then go searching for it. Okay. Now, if you're out in California, I'm not sure of the economy or whatever like that, but trust me, I hear the housing market's going crazy right now. So,
Yeah.
what I think, if you feel like you want to recreate that serenity that you felt in that single level situation, or even looking for something similar, like a ranch style or something like that, or tutor, I would say just put the picture in your head because you already have the example. You just have to recreate it. You just have to recreate it. And I know it sounds crazy. Didn't you just move?
Yeah. Yeah, we're in the process of moving this week. But yeah.
Okay. So it's a process, but I have a feeling that you probably, if you put this all together, you could be where you are in less than a year.
Yeah.
Because the market's crazy right now because of the pandemic, but it's about to tank. And there's going to be a lot of deals that are going to show up.
Why are you taking my word, man? I'm gonna tell you what I heard. Let me tell you what I heard. Let me tell you what I heard. Hold on, Sal, because Jono's tapped in. And dude, there's somebody trying to give you a house because they're trying to get out of a house.
It's funny that you speak on that because that's the situation that just happened that I would say presented us to go ahead and get our own place. The paperwork was funny, contracts was weird. So yeah. But that's exactly what just happened this past week.
Let me do like I know. Have we talked about this?
No.
Have we texted about this?
No.
Have we inboxed about this?
No.
There's no way that either John, none of us know about anything about what you're doing.
No.
I just want to make sure for all the people that listen in the chat room. Dude, there's somebody trying to give you a house because of what John just said. The market is about to tank and they're going to need to jump out of it. The thing of it is you being in the place to say, hey, I'm open to receive it. And what you're thinking, one concern was about the money. It ain't even about the money. They just need to get out of the property.
That part.
That part right there.
I mean, think about it. You made the move that you're making right now, and it's probably because you have the example of doing it even before, right? So you know the qualification process. You know how to get yourself set up to move the way you're moving now. And what you're going to do is connect those two processes. The fact that you had the image of being in a house before and the process of getting into the move you're doing now, you're going to combine the two efforts and a house will be presented because of it.
All right.
And you're going to get the deal of a century. You're going to get the deal of a century.
Because the house is not it. I'm going to tell you what it really, the spiritual side of the game in this. In your foundation, you need stability.
Yeah.
In your foundation, true savage needs stability because with the stability, what's going to happen is everything from that place of stability is going to be like, okay, I'll give you the example. You cannot constantly dig up a plant and expect it to grow to its full potential and dig it up, then place it to another side, then dig it up. Once you get that place, is that place that we're talking about, it's going to be your stability that you need for everything that you have inside of you. I'm looking at a business more than one business, right?
Yeah.
Inside of you, but it's the stability that's needed for your feet to be grounded in a place that says, this is mine. Man, I mean, let me get out to California, man.
That's funny that you even speaking on that. I'm at my boy's place chilling right now, and we're actually going to be business partners. Me, him, our other and two of our other friends. 3 of us are longtime friends. We've been knowing each other for at least 7 years. The youngster, he's new. he's new to the team, but we try to like teach him, give him game, and he's soaking it up, eating it up, and it's an example that we're trying to set for other brothers. Like basically, each one teach one. So I feel that even though we're like in our mid 30s, oldest is 50, my other homie just turned 40, and this youngster's like 25. He has 3 basically OGs ahead of him that's giving him solid game. And once he becomes at least my age, I expect for him to be like, I'm not saying no big boss or anything, but I do expect for him to be highly successful. And I want that for him. So, I mean, that's the reason why I even hop on the panels and stuff and speak. And it's just to like inspire, the younger guys or, guys my age to, I would say use what you got. It's already in you. Just bring it out. Let that lion roar.
It's true.
But real quick, man, I appreciate you guys, you OGs having me on the panel, but I do have to get ready to go hit that clock to make that buck.
Make it, baby. I know where you work
All right
at.
now. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy night, but yeah, hey, I appreciate you fellas. You all have a good day and salute to the TTC.
Salute.
Take care, bro.
All right now.
Peace.
Peace.
Ooh, boy.
The house.
Wow.
And I think that what you need to, the example that can be taken here is some of the things you want. I mean, even the way we dream, it can only be materialized from things we've been exposed to.
Right.
You may not understand what you're seeing all the time, but somewhere in your life, it's a photograph that you took and it's playing back differently in your dreams. So when you envision what you want, you could take what you've been exposed to and use it as a carbon copy or a blueprint for the future. You may, like you said, in a house situation, you may want a bigger house. You may want to change the size of that house. You may want to, maybe change the location of the house. But if by taking an example you already have, it's literally the starting point of that blueprint. And what you need to do is take some of those things and apply it in different areas of your life to get the ball rolling in where you want to go.
That's exactly it, man. People don't understand what happened with True Savage is actually for someone else.
Yeah.
What just happened to True Savage was for someone else. Now the thing of it is, are you going to come up onto the live, or you can call in? You don't have to show yourself and talk with Jono and I. I see a shift. Are you going to come up? You're welcome to come. You can call me on Instagram, call me on Facebook, because I don't want to come up, man. I don't want to come up. Let us know what you think about what we talked about with the thinking class. Because what's going to happen is we're talking about the spiritual side of the game because we want to elevate your frequency. And we elevate your frequency, you'll be able to hear on a different level that everyone else is not hearing. Also, you'll be able to hear what a person is. We talked about this, the listening, just hearing what they're really saying in their spirit and not just what they're saying with their mouth. When we elevate the spiritual side of the game.
You have a real opportunity to evaluate the breakdown of some processes that I think that people are going through. Like they can see what they want, they can see what they're trying to do, but they don't have the whole method really in place. And I think that if we broke it down simply with some easy steps, I think that it'll work out for that person.
Right. Definitely. So I ask you to come on up. We ain't gonna bite you. Start talking crazy though, you know what's gonna happen. Joe Blast will tell you.
Don't wait till the last minute.
Yeah, don't wait till the last minute to come up. You can call in, Instagram, Facebook, Lawrence D. Adams, and I'll bring you up live onto the broadcast. But the spiritual side of the game is so much deeper than what we even talked about this week, because we haven't even talked about. I think you said it here and there about traveling to other places while still being here.
Right. I mean, we literally should do that, because in order to know that you'll arrive safely and consider all things in the destination, you should visit it mentally first. And that's literally taking your inner spirit and concentrating on a day that has not occurred yet, on a destination that you haven't reached yet, maybe a time in the future that will be very close. If you visit that day or that time or that place, you can plan out the direction, the distance, the time, and the steps to take to get there. And that's what we've been talking about. We're trying to map it out properly so that you don't live whimsically. You know what I'm saying? You don't live fly by night, and put together the real steps so that a lot of people call it like almost overthinking something. No, you're actually thinking about it instead of letting it happen. So you're not overthinking. You're literally putting things in place so that it plays out the way you said it. Okay. The show night is not the day you rehearse. Okay. And by visiting that day prior to that day, you are rehearsing it so it plays out the way you want it to. Now, if you go ad lib or if you go freestyle, what happens is you're like a tree in the wind. You're just gonna get whatever the wind blows on you. And we're trying to avoid that. We're trying to get you to the point where you map out that day, map out that destination, and get there safely and with the right goals achieved at the same time.
That's exactly it. And think about this. You're able to get this on this side. Oh, look who, whoa. Look who showed up. You ain't gonna believe who's here. Guess who's here? You ready for this, Jono? He never came up before. You ready for this? It's Sigma.
Sigma. What's going on, bro?
Like you're frozen.
Whoa.
What's going on?
Uh-oh, you breaking it.
Gotta let your Wi-Fi catch up.
Yes. Salute, brothers.
This is,
Salute,
man.
brothers.
Tell them where you at, man.
Yo. I'm in the Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yeah.
We're literally on the opposite side of the world together and connecting like this. That's awesome.
Ah, man, he's freezing up. So we're gonna get right to Sigma. Sigma.
Salute.
Salute.
Is my internet good? Salute.
It's a little choppy.
Let me see.
This is good, man.
Maybe do audio only, because maybe the video is slowing you down.
Yeah, just do audio. There you go. Go ahead and say something.
Can you hear me?
Yes. All right, Sigma, what's going
I'm
on,
in the
bro?
Netherlands, brother.
Yes.
LBA. You can hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Mhm.
Yes.
Loud and
Awesome.
clear.
Yeah. This week is crazy. This week is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
How were you affected by the teaching this week?
I'm going through an whole purge this whole week. It's absolutely madness. I got so much stuff. I'm having visions coming my way. I'm having realizations. I'm resonating with the thinking class. Everything is going well. Everything is going really well.
So, what was the one thing that you got out of the thinking class that really resonated with you?
Um,
Give two.
yeah, yeah. Yesterday was totally crazy. I didn't expect what happened yesterday.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You're talking
I'm
about with
totally
that.
new to this stuff, so
Mm-hmm.
it's my first time I am beaming up.
Mm-hmm. And I
Can you
appreciate
hear
you
me?
coming up. Yeah, I hear you. So this
Cool,
this is
cool.
Sigma.
Yeah,
Sigma.
so I didn't totally expect that what was happening.
Mm-hmm. Now, Sigma, you're in the Netherlands, right? Netherlands, right?
Wait a minute.
Shout out to Jonathan W for the
Yeah,
5. Busy but
wait,
listen. Go ahead.
can you hear? I
Yeah, I
closed
can hear
my
you.
YouTube, so I
Yeah,
have
that
to be
might help.
going good right now.
That's definitely it.
Cool, cool. So this whole week is one big purge for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm releasing tons of stuff. Yeah, you're all on point on the spiritual game, on the spiritual side of the game, and I'm a big advocate for the whole spiritual game because yeah, I'm doing it for 10 years, and yeah, I was thinking yesterday when it comes down to attraction and the spiritual game. Is the matter when you are dealing with attraction to master the feminine within you?
Mm.
That's good. I like that. That is right on point.
Yeah, so you master the feminine within you, and that's my, yeah, it came yesterday to me. I think that with the whole spiritual game, that to men, us men, we are leaders. So we are the mental point of origin, and yeah, as we are leaders and we're mental point of origin to us men, to me, what I was to us it is about mastering the masculine and the feminine.
So you can pull your. I think your camera might work now because you turned the YouTube off. I think it might work now because I think your Wi-Fi and this was fighting
Yeah,
for
yeah. Wait a minute.
should work now. Because if you can master the feminine in you, guess what's going to happen? You
It
can
should
master.
work now. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
If you master the feminine in
Yeah,
you, guess.
it will affect your as so without.
So listen. So if you master the feminine in you, guess what's going to happen? You'll be able to master the feminine in her. So that's what I think a lot of times people miss.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, exactly. We are all, from what I understand, is that we are all focused on the girl outside of us. What about what's happening within us? As we are the mental point of origin, we are leaders, so we are the center of our own reality.
That's true. And if you're a creator, then you created the male and the female side. So you have to make sure you master both.
Yeah, exactly.
hey, Sigma, how old are you?
I am 31.
Okay. Did you finish school?
I did finish school.
You did? Finish college.
Yeah, I finished college.
Okay. Okay. Because your college has to your what you did in college is it tied to what you do in work?
I'm self-employed. So I am, yeah, I'm self-employed. I am very busy with the subconscious and self-development and the mental aspect. And yeah, I am. Yeah, that's the point. I am doing that. Yeah.
Okay. I just see another. There's a certificate that I seen around you, like a certificate in that kind of work. How can I say it? The certificate that I see is a certificate of completion in some kind of mental, spiritual work. It could be Reiki. It could be some kind of certificate. I don't know. I just see that you having that in your belt because of your curiosity of the mind and of the spirit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, for me, it's a relation to what everything.
Do you know that the reason why you're going deeper into the thinking class, or even in the science of mind aspects, because you're supposed to help a lot of people? You know that, right?
Yeah.
You find yourself naturally attuned to helping people, working things out, making sure that they get the result they're looking for. And the only way you can do that is if you get yourself together. You saw that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think that what LDA is saying is right on point, because the more skills you get under your belt when it comes to doing light work, which is what we're actually speaking about, the more you'll be able to be in tune to helping people around you, because you'll be very sensitive to the needs of those people. You see?
Oh, absolutely. And when I'm interacting with people, I pick on all kind of cues what is happening to the person. And that's why I'm so heavy on spiritual game. Because yeah, it's an energy game. Eventually it's energy game. You pick up all kinds of cues and people might miss that. And yeah, I've had experiences with people that they were like, how did he know that? They weren't even aware of themselves. But to me, then you can guide people way better. You function like.
I don't hear you now, LDA. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
you're supposed do you know how many people you're supposed to help?
Tons of people.
You're supposed to help a lot.
Eventually.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Important to first help yourself.
But there is a no. Yeah, you're right about that. But there is a group of people that you're supposed to help where you are at.
True.
Something you wanted to do when I just seen I don't know why I just seen this. I just seen you as a little baby. I don't know why I just seen them as a little baby. I don't know why. And it was something that you wanted to do as a child that you still haven't fulfilled inside of you. It's something that you want to do. I can't, I'm trying to pinpoint it right now, but it's something that you wanted to do. I seen you like a little baby, but it was something that you wanted to fulfill when you were a little boy, and you still haven't fulfilled it yet.
Yeah, you have to put aside. You have to put aside the other things that happen that are blocking that original dream. You understand? Because right alongside that thought when you were younger was some trauma, and you got to file those two away separately. Focus back on the dream and put away the trauma that happened at that same time. That's why it got blocked.
that making sense to you?
Yeah, that makes lots of sense. And there was something that came yesterday also to me. And yesterday it was totally otherworldly to me. It was almost supernatural. Yeah. Yesterday, for me, tap into my spiritual game is to set everything aside. Spiritual just come out, as what True Savage was saying. Let the lion roar.
Mm. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Because the lion inside of you needs to come out of the cage. Dude, you're much bigger than what you really know. If you understand the impact that you really have, how can I say it? And it's not to be offensive to anybody. No, let me say it this way. I had to say it another way. If you realize that you've been living in a box and you really designed to, this is the analogy. If you realize that you've been living in a box all this time and really you've been destined to live in a mansion. What I mean is you've been boxing things in about you instead of allowing the expansion of who you are to fill the mansion of all that's there for you. There's so much to you have not even tapped into. Why are we doing this today? What time is it? Oh, shoot, it's 1:34.
No, we're talking to a
I
great
used
leader.
to say the moment you level up. I'm saying every level has a new devil, and beyond that, you keep leveling up. So there is no end to this process. Deeper thing, and we get new insights, and yeah, we keep evolving as a species and as the thinking class. Yeah, we eventually grow further and further and further, and this is why I'm resonating with. I heard Jono said it.
Man, you
I
ain't
can
never.
see tomorrow already.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, somebody just came in.
Yeah, Jono says it also.
I remember. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure who just came in. Keenan Williams. I'm going to add you. I see you there.
That might be better. My connection's bad.
Are you there? What's going on, brother?
LDA, Jono, Sigma.
What's going on? How's it going?
What's going on, fellas? Everything good.
Salute.
Just got in the gym, about to get this workout in. What's up
All
to
right.
you guys?
Salute to you.
Salute. I was listening to Sigma, but I don't want to interrupt. I'll wait for him. I'll wait for him to finish, and then I'll go ahead.
Okay, sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, with
Yes.
Sigma, with you, John will hit it that there's a great leader inside of you, and that great leader in you is saying, "Let me out! Let me out!" It's trying to come out.
Oh, absolutely.
So, anything else you got, John?
That's facts.
I think you're on the right direction, and we're gonna look forward to seeing great things. So stay connected with the class.
Oh,
Go back.
yeah, I found with thinking class, I found my tribe. I'm absolutely clear about that. It's my language, and yeah, it's a language that's being spoken, and it transcends everything. It's
absolutely
not limited to English or Dutch or anything. No, it's just it automatically clicks. Automatically clicks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Sigma.
Our own language.
Let me say this about Sigma. Y'all don't know, Sigma is here every day.
Mm-hmm.
He's here every day from where? From the Netherlands.
He needs an attendance award.
Right. Every day.
Absolutely.
He also got his pendant shipped to him all the way from what? The United States. And he posted a picture. So I don't want nobody to ever second guess what Sigma is doing. This dude is on it. That's why we keep seeing the great side of you. So definitely, man.
Yeah, that's facts.
Anything else you guys, Sigma? And then we're going to go to Williams.
No, I think I've said it. Anticipating, like I said, Class tribe, it's a spiritual tribe, and we are speaking the same language all together, and we manifest as a group and individualistic. So yeah, great things are about to happen. They're already happening, and they have already happened.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
So yeah, I appreciate y'all. So thank you,
Sigma,
LDA,
glad that you hopped on.
for giving me the opportunity to beam up.
Oh man, for sure. You can come up. You can come up. You
salute.
If anybody deserve to be up here, you do. Probably more than me.
I have one thing else.
Sure, go ahead.
I have one thing else to say. Everybody that's hesitating in the thinking class to beam up, beam up, beam up. Because for me, it's the first time beaming up. Forever, it's just the thinking class. And I was hesitating before. I was like, nah, maybe not. And now I was like, yeah, it's a calling. LDA gives you opportunity to have the thinking class beam up. So I'm saying do it.
Absolutely.
Even if you are like, I am not sure to do it, just beam up. You never know. And we all seen it in the thinking class what can happen. So I'm saying do it.
Thank you for the encouragement. I think.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. That means a lot, man. That means a lot.
No problem. No problem.
Okay.
All right.
Keenan, what's going on?
Don't know. My fellow Jersey and Lawrence. Can you guys hear me? I'll take this mask off. Sigma, you stand on? You're hopping off? Stay on, Sigma. Hold on. Much better.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Better. You know,
I can hear you clearly.
Out here.
I'm going to log out.
Okay, good.
I'm giving Keenan the stick, so.
Okay.
Peace,
Sigma, glad that you had the confidence to come on, you know, because sometimes we don't like to show our face, or even, you know, sometimes it's hard to speak in public. I go through the same thing. So I thank Lawrence and Mr. Jono for allowing this platform for us to come on so we can build our confidence. And then once you keep over and over again, we might have our own pages one day, you know, but
that sounds like the
good
vision
stuff, Sigma. Good stuff.
Truth right there. That's the vision of truth right there. I love that.
Good stuff.
So
it's
what's
lagging. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yeah, we
hear you.
Mr. Jono going in and out. Okay, good. Okay. So I'm gonna get straight to it. The biggest thing that I got from this week, and I did miss a little bit of time, I'm not gonna lie, but from what I did see, can you guys hear me?
So if
hold on, Sigma. Hold on 1 second. Sigma. Hey, Sigma.
Yeah, he's got at least 20 seconds of lag.
Yeah. Go ahead, Williams.
Okay. You know, I go by the other alias, Fear Soul 85.
Oh,
I gotta give you the government. Give you the government today. But I appreciate you guys. You know, you guys don't have to do this. You don't have to take out your time to do this on a consistent basis every day. Appreciate you guys so much. The biggest takeaway I got from this week, is, especially from yesterday as well too, is how to really tap back into the things that you forgot about, as you mentioned yesterday, the things that our ancestors, our family members, aunts and uncles and cousins and brothers and teachers, and from the time when you're a little boy, you know, or a little girl, they say it take a village to invest in a child. We don't do that much nowadays. So I'm definitely grateful for the people that were involved in my life, even though I didn't have a father. My father was around, but he wasn't around. But that's another story. But what I got from you guys is basically how to tap back in to the fullness. As Sigma was saying, that he gets dreams again. He started to dream, as if it was prophetic, certain things coming back to life. We have a habit of sometimes denying our calling as well too. A lot of us, I could sense it in the class, a lot of us had a great life. Some of us did a lot of great things. The anointing is very strong in the room. So, and I can honestly say that there is a strong godly presence inside the thinking class. And from Brother True Savage, I'm thankful to hear his testimony. Definitely moved, and I can definitely agree to what you guys were feeding to him. When you make moves like that, and when you're in a certain situation where you feel like you're not growing and you have to make that move. I don't know if that's the same situation for him, but for me, I've been battling with trying to get out of Jersey. No offense to Jersey, but I feel like I can grow in other places, like as far as Texas. I went to North Carolina back in 2017. That didn't work out. I came back because, my son, he's right here. He's working out with me. That's my boy right there. So I came back. I just didn't want to leave him because, just didn't want to leave him. So I came back. And it's been a battle since I came back to Jersey, whether it goes from girls or dealing with jobs, dealing with credit, dealing with relationships, family, all types of things. So I've been tested heavily in these past 4 years. And I feel like this last year has just been a break. It's just things have been starting to ease back together. And I just got to say one thing, because you guys, I've been following you, LDA, since last year, around April. And I think I told you last time when there was a lady, she just randomly popped on and she just gave you some game. It was just one night around springtime. You, Trav, was on and she was just kicking game. And I think that's from that talk, that's what led you to move towards this even more. And you could see, because I was around when you just had the little camera and, the little setup back in the day. Which wasn't that long ago, but to see where you were from there to now, and the improvement is just, and how fast it happened. So, there's definitely a hand in your life. You're definitely, I could tell that you've been involved with some type of youth presence back in the day, maybe some type of, definitely involved with the church, both of you guys. But,
oh, really?
Like yesterday, it just really hit home. It really hit home. Everybody just can't resonate with my spirit. I don't let everybody in that easily. So, I come to this class faithfully. I hate when I miss a day or I miss 30 minutes, but when I come in, the substance is so great and so strong. And I'm led to say this. I got to tell you guys one thing. A couple of guys in the YouTube community know, but I had a bad accident back in September. I was driving the truck. I'm a truck driver. I left the job, went to a dentist appointment. That night, I went to an Aldi's. I don't know if you're familiar with an Aldi's. It's like a fake Trader Joe's, like a little brother to Trader Joe's. I went there, grabbed some stuff. Went out, and it was on Somerset. I live in New Brunswick right now. I'm from Newark, but I live in New Brunswick right now, in a little place on Somerset Ave, 28. I believe, Jonah, you guys familiar with that area?
Yeah.
Right by Rutgers.
Yep.
I was in a community by that Aldi's, and a guy came up to me and approached me. He's like, "Where you from?" And I'm like, "I don't know you. I'm not gonna talk to you like that." I'm walking to my car, my groceries, and he said, "I'm asking you again, where you from?" And I just looked at him, and I'm like, I just like, you know what? I'm from Newark. And usually when you say that, because Newark has a
People leave you
reputation
alone
of
when
being
you
like
do
a
it.
bad place and this and that. Right. You know, so I try to keep that to myself. You know, I don't act like I'm from Newark, but I harbor a lot of that energy. You know, not saying that it's a good energy or a bad energy. It's just there. I know how to handle myself. So I wasn't scared. You know, it was a young guy came to me, whatever, and I said Newark. The moment I said if I was from Newark, he pulled out his gun and he shot me in my legs 4 times. He hit my main artery, and I was bleeding out. And you know, by the way I'm talking and things like you guys wouldn't even imagine. You guys wouldn't even know. You know, the way I walk, God, it was God. God brought me through this whole ordeal and back to being, you know, healthy again. Because from September 21st when it happened, I was in crutches. I was in the hospital for weeks. You know, I was still on Facebook. I was still on YouTube, but a couple of people knew. Not everybody. You know, only a couple of people in the rooms knew, but I didn't share that with everybody. So you guys helped me. When I say you helped me through a time through that season, going through therapy, going through all that stuff on crutches, and you know, being back with my son, doing the things that we used to do before that injury. You know, even when we leave out of here, I'm going to go purchase him a bike from Dick's Sporting Goods because he made honor roll. So you know, I just want to pass back into him, get back into him, and he remembers Grandpa. That was his great grandfather, so he remembers him. And you know, all that's in me, I pour it back in him. No matter if you know, he know I go to war with his mother and all that stuff, and that's a whole different thing. You know, I even though we go to war, I keep that separate from him, but I train him to be a man. I want him to be a man. And there's a lot of levels to that. You know, I want him to know how to change a tire, iron your clothes, clean for yourself, you know, prepare a meal for yourself, all these little things that I feel like, yeah, a woman will teach you, but there's certain things a man it'll resonate harder and he'll pick up more. There's more patience. It'll be more, you know, when it's a man to man, it's just more, you feel it more. You know, we don't hold back. We're brash on things, how we talk. You know, women sometimes like to hold back, and I don't want him to be soft. I just don't want him to be soft. And no offense to the women in that class, because I love women. I don't want to come off as I don't, because I have a loving mother. I love my grandmother. Women are my family. I love women. I love them. But I also know the side effects of a single parent household. And I know the damage that does. So I stay in his life and do the things that I need to do. Even though she, you know, might have a little bit of this, he still needs to grow and do his things because he has his life to live, not living her life, you know, however she wants him to live. You know, security, great, but other things he needs to know as well too.
I'm gonna tell you something that's interesting. How old is your son?
14.
You ready for this? Y'all don't know this. I was in New Jersey and my sons were 14 and 12. What do you think is happening here? I was in New Jersey. I believe my sons were about 14 and 12, or they might have been a little bit older. They were in there in between that time. I think it was in Jersey. When was that, Jersey? 10 years ago?
Yeah.
So 10.
It might be a little younger, maybe.
Yeah, they might have been a little bit younger. But I want you to catch what I'm saying. I went back to Cleveland because I made a promise to my dad that I was going to make sure I was in those boys' life. Pay attention. Right. The youngest one is just graduating next month. So I have an opportunity to leave, stay, or whatever I want to do. But I made a promise to be in that boy's life because in good, bad, or indifferent, they needed to have their father there. I'm not saying that's your case, but I'm just presenting a mirror to you.
No, I understand.
Now, the other things we're going to adjust right quick. Ooh, I feel like an adjustment. You're no longer in war with the mother. You're no longer in war with the mother. The moment I came at peace in myself about everything that happened with the boy, they had the same mother and her, and I was at peace, she became at peace with me because she had nothing to fight against.
You need to change that sentence. If you change that sentence to "I'm in concert with her," that means you both are directing the direction of your son. It will, the perception will completely change. Change the affirmation. The first thing out of your mouth should be, "I'm in concert with her. I'm not at war with her. I'm in concert with her." If you do that, you approach it so much better. You won't think you have to come up with your defenses. You'll come up with your tools in your hand, like your music tools or your director's stick. You see what I'm saying?
Right. And I get the way I said that, expressed that. We're not at war we're not. This is me speaking from a past time. It's just now cooling down. Maybe the incident, when I was in the hospital, that was like a wake-up call for everybody, and maybe that calmed the situation down a lot of things. But we're definitely in a different place.
Does she have another?
Because after a breakup,
does she have another child?
Yeah, that was that, and it's deep on that. It's very deep on that.
Wow, let me stop. Jesus Christ,
it's very deep on that. It's very deep on that.
She has
and I
another
don't resent
child, right?
it.
Huh?
Yeah. Yes.
And the situation around that happened was not a cool situation. I'm just trying to say it lightly because we're in a public setting.
Right. Double time.
Is that right?
No, you're right.
Okay. Let me say something a little, and we're gonna say it because we're in a public setting. Because I can't say
let's keep it real. No, say
real, but I have. It's an ethic code that we have. You gotta forgive her. That situation with the child, that's not yours. You got me saying like that yours. Got me saying that it's not yours. You gotta forgive her.
Now I don't want to come off as if I'm mad at the child. That's not the situation.
Oh, we know you're not.
The situation is how it went about, and I take accountability for it. Because it was my fault. It's like because Jono, I feel that. I feel the energy. I'm gonna keep it real, and we always talk about accountability. So, basically, I did cheat. I did cheat in the relationship, but it wasn't cheating if you weren't together at the moment. But at the same time, I did plant a seed, and the seed that was planted actually backfired in my face. There was another woman who felt some type of way and was mad that me and this girl messed around. But that girl was the guy who was with the mother of my child right now. So it was a double time slap in the face, but I own accountability. That's why I said it was a war, because there was just a lot of, he did this to me, I'm gonna get back at him. But my son was in the middle of all that going on. So that's why the war was so strong for so long. But I did get to a point where I did forgive her. But I'm not gonna lie, I still wrestle with it, because there's times that I feel like he's being captive by a bigger level of her wanting revenge on me that is affecting him.
Yeah.
I don't care about her relationship.
You see, just even the thought of it is toxic, right? So,
yeah, absolutely.
But see, that what I think you've been able to overcome was the fact that that it's more productive to do it the right way in forgiveness. But I still feel like there's that residue of the entire situation, and that's why you got to change it to. You got to change your affirmation. The only way to reprogram it is to say something else. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said, if you start thinking about you're in concert instead of bringing up the word war, and just promise yourself not to say the word war ever again, what happens is concert means you'll bring your instruments and not your defense. See what I'm saying?
And the other thing, you have to forgive yourself for what happened to lead to this happening, to lead to that happening. Have you truly, you don't have to answer it, Have you truly forgiven yourself?
I did. I feel like I did. But there's always times when like I said, I'm not going to put it on him. I accept accountability on all aspects. I don't run from anything. If I did it, I did it. If it's red, it's red. It's blue, it's blue. It was what it was, you know. But it's the aftermath of things, you know, some things on how it played out, you know, different levels, even court, you know, just different things where look at him. He's chilling with me. We chilling. We chilling. And I've always been there. Since he came out, I've never left his side. I've always been there. And it's just that side of her and others that affected me for years because I don't know. I don't like my name stained. That's the whole thing. And one thing about True Savage, like he said about business, you want to go into business with a clean name on all aspects. People don't even know me like, oh, he treats his son like word spreads. Whether she mad at me that, you know, when I broke up with her, she's spreading my name. It just comes to a point where that has to stop. I can't control her mouth or her messages on Twitter or Facebook, Instagram. But it's been this long. He's been rocking with me. Let him speak for himself. You know, even the whole thing about Mother's Day came up today because it's like when I woke up to a message, it was more like a telling me this, that, more than asking me. Like, I feel like you're trying to put me in a prison with a text message. And I'm like, no, hold on. We're not going to do that. What does he want to do?
Right. Let me say
Mother's Day.
Let me say something somebody told me that's
my weekend. But go ahead.
Let me tell you something somebody told me on the who's opposite of the screen. See this guy over here? This guy over here? He told me something this week. And you don't have to do what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it. And this is proof that I'm going to do it right here. But you don't have to do it. I challenge you, and it's not simping. Simping, let me get this. What I'm going to say, it ain't simping, what I'm about to say.
We passed that.
We ain't simping. It's your intentions on what you're doing it. I dare you, outside of him, to get her a card that says Happy Mother's Day.
Okay. Y'all gotta put money in there too. I see you plastic cash. Hold on. I mean,
you do what you want.
Now you said get the card for him to give to her, or just directly from me?
From you to her.
Okay.
You don't got to explain nothing. You don't got to say nothing. You already know how we do in the thinking class because it's a spiritual side of the game. Your intentions are going to be all over the card like cologne. Like one of my favorite cologne is Tom Ford, Tobacco Valley. It's going to be all over it. It's going to be all over it. So when she get it, how she responds, it's going to be on her. But what happens is, as it was shared to me, is it's going to free you on another level.
I'm glad you mentioned that because a lot of my friends feel like, why aren't you married yet? Because you've always been getting the ladies since the time we were little, man. You've always been in relationships, And I just took a time off because I felt like there was a lot of things toxic, you know, not just within the ladies, even within myself. I didn't mature in a lot of ways. I had to take some time off. And now that I've been out, you know, of course we have our runs, we'll pluck something here and there, but as far as love, you know, these guys are married. Most of these guys are looking at me like, yo, come on, bro. Like, when you gonna choose something? And I'm like, I feel like I either I'm just being picky, or I feel like she just hasn't released me on a spiritual sense. Since we're on the spiritual week talk, on a spiritual note, I feel like we haven't released. I've released her. I've been, you know, this isn't about being back with her or any of that, but I still feel like her presence is still like on me at times. Like it's like there's some type of like demonic like energy sometimes that I feel from her. But you know, I quickly shake it off. But you know, I engage in other, like I said, I do engage in other things, you know, as far as dealing with women and all this stuff. So it's not like I said, when I get the car, it's not even about, I don't want her to get the intention that about relations. I just want her to feel as though okay, there's a freedom. I just want that to signify freedom, like you said. Just freedom on both sides.
But you have to name it. When you name it that, it will be done because you have to name it that way. And even the way you sign the card, it will emulate everything that was actually intended when you wrote the card. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I do something crazy for every one of the endings I ever had to have. It includes relationships, includes business relationships, includes family members, any relationship at the end. You give something at the end because it's supposed to seal it off and it's supposed to file it away properly in your mind. You ended right by giving. And where I say you got to give first, you got to give at the end too. That's a whole other teaching.
I dig that. Yeah, you're right.
We're gonna now. I'm gonna say this because I want everybody, namesayers and everybody listen. Have we talked outside of here? Can you hear me?
Oh, you're asking me? I thought you was asking Jonah. I'm sorry.
No, I know. I'm talking about John. I'm talking about you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So what happened? Ask me again.
Have we talked or we discussed any of this prior to this? Prior to talking up?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Good. I want everybody to know what you are actually experiencing and what you're seeing is the spiritual side of the game. Why we're so emphasizing it, why we may go another week in the spiritual side of the game, because we want everybody to elevate and to come to this next multiple levels that they are. And out of respect, I appreciate you coming up, man.
I appreciate you guys for providing a platform.
Now I got a face with the picture in the chat room now.
I cut my hair a long time ago though, but
yeah. It's good, man. It's good. It's good. But yeah, man, Oh, you asked about moving, didn't you? Didn't you ask about moving?
Yes.
Or did you say something about moving?
Yes. Texas is in my heart heavy for the past couple of years. San Antonio. I want to build business. You know, I deal with I like trucking, but I don't want to go back to trucking after my incident. So I've been studying a lot of the Forex and crypto, a lot of that stuff, and investments, IRAs and mutual funds, that type of stuff. So I definitely don't want to go back to trucking. So that's why I feel like Texas is like, it's just been tugging on me. But there's also something still keeping me here in Jersey.
What do you think is keeping you here in Jersey?
Other than my son and my grandmother who has dementia, I still check on her. Those are only two, I think.
That's right.
But I don't know. I feel like I've been tested since I've been back in Jersey. Hard.
Got anything, John?
It is, what attracts you to the thought of that particular opportunity, you have to weigh it against, the rearing of your current situation with your son. I mean, I'm just being straight up with you. And I think that the state of Texas is a great opportunity, but you might find a way to make it a remote connection. You see what I'm saying? The opportunity may still be there, but you may have to do it from Jersey because of a perfect connection of what you need for your whole situation. You see what I'm saying?
Right. You're right.
So you may have to visit there every once in a while, but I think you will have a situation where you might be able to take advantage of both.
No, I heard this song, man. You know what song? I don't know who the artist is. I'm doing this at the same time. I'm at the same. Who made that song? I don't know.
You talking about 2 Chainz?
I'm
at the same damn time. At the same. I with Gucci. I was at the same damn time.
I'm in Texas and Jersey at the same. I'm in.
Ain't that 2 Chainz? Amari, ain't that 2 Chainz?
Said Future. Somebody said
Future.
So if that's right, I'm in Texas and Jersey at the same. I'm in Texas and Jersey at the same time. In Texas and Jersey at the.
Right.
You catch it?
Right. Right.
You caught it?
Yeah.
I'm in
Absolutely.
Texas. I'm in Texas and Jersey at this time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just wait for the. I'll weigh my options and still wait it out.
Right.
You
But
know,
the answer, remember, the answer is looking for you.
all the time. Yes.
Fierce, True Savage asks, have you thought about doing truck brokering?
That came up a couple of times. It's funny he asked that because I actually ran into somebody in motor vehicle last week. We traded numbers. And he does broker for a junkyard, and this guy makes. He wrote down on the card how much he makes a month, and it was just crazy. And he's been wanting to train me up on other avenues, but not just broker, but he wants to do investments. But I should ask him about that. So I'm glad that he threw that out there. That's something I've been thinking about getting into.
You see,
good stuff, True Savage.
You're getting crowd responses, and it literally is resonating with you individually.
Right.
We're all thinking in the thinking class.
That's why I got the music. Had to change the music for you. Come
all
on.
Connected. I'm glad he said that.
If you could think in a state where, yeah, Texas is a good idea. The opportunity may be in Texas, but if you found a way to make it work from here, you'd have the best of both worlds. And you may only have to make a trip out there every once in a while. You see what I'm saying?
Don't
get hung up on the fact
I think it's about 22 hours, right?
Don't get hung up on the fact that, well, it's like, depends on where you go, but 2 or 3 hours. But don't get hung up on the fact that, oh, Jersey's too expensive or Jersey's out of my price range. No, Jersey is where you need to be right now because it costs you more money to stay in the right relationship, in the right connection to make the relationship with your son work. You see what I'm saying? It might cost you more money.
Yeah. Right. There's a lot of options being weighed. I think one affects the other. Like you said,
I see it as you saving money, not really making more money. That's the way I kind of picked up on it.
As far as going out to Texas, yeah. Economic wise, yeah.
But you think you can save money, but I'm thinking there's money there to be made that will support what you're doing here and make it even more of a comfortable situation here. You get it?
Mm-hmm. Yes. You want the money with that.
But you know what?
You want the money.
As the one person we both know, Jono, we're just talking. We're just talking. You picked up who we were, but we didn't say yeah or nay when you started talking at the beginning.
So, is it true?
Absolutely. Everything you picked up on is absolutely true.
God bless you, brothers, man. God bless you, brothers. Yeah, and I know that you guys hold back too. I know you guys hold back. That's why Patreon is another level. I know you guys holding back.
We also want to be all inclusive. We don't want to say that you have to be this or you have to be that to talk to. No. We're doing a certain type of work here, if you understand what I'm saying. And that work has to be outreach to anybody, not just because you have a certain title. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Another thing I get from you guys, the humility spirit. I love the humility from you guys. I know, like I said, I know you guys did a lot of great things in your life, and you're just here giving us this time. Look, it's 2:11. You guys were supposed to been up out of here, but we extended this because you guys actually care.
That's right, bro. Yeah, you picked up who we were. If we were to really take the shades off and really show the light, you'd be like, whoa.
Oh, too much light, man. Too much.
Light. And also, too, if we were to say that, we don't want to be categorized in a particular sector, and then we couldn't reach the people we need to reach.
Right. Absolutely.
If we were to say who we really were,
I keep the shades on, and I watch. I know what's going
There's
on.
many aspects to outreach. Let's just say it like that. There's many aspects to outreach, and I'm on a journey too. You know what I'm saying? So my journey includes me bringing people with me.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Fellas, thank you for this time. I don't want to hold up anybody else who want to get on and say their piece. Get this workout in with my boy, but I'm just gonna tune out, listen to you guys, and God bless you, brothers. Really, truly. I'm gonna donate a little bit more.
Too savage. I'm
Donate.
talking about pure soul.
Nah, you good?
Appreciate you, Keenan. Appreciate you, Keenan.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Powerful. Powerful.
Picked up who we were. Don't worry about that, Joe Blacks. The likes and the dislikes all means they're watching to engage YouTube. That's why the music is, as Trav said, it make you want to stick your chest out.
I ain't scared. Never was. Trust the spirit.
Look at that. People from the thinking class came up and talked about the spiritual side of the game. Yeah, I made this one. I got to extend it because it's a little short, but I'm going to extend it out a little bit longer. Yeah, I made this one, Trav. John, what you think about this, man, today? You hear me?
Hold on a second.
All right.
I got an audio problem here. Give me a second. I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I can hear the beat.
No, what did you think about what happened today?
No, I think that it's important because, you know, we are putting out a certain kind of message here, and that message, like I said, if you hear it from several perspectives, even beyond what we spoke about, there's probably some people in the chat room, even if they respond now, they heard it differently through the people who came up. But we're also trying to tie that all together in your own life, and that's why we spoke to some of the situations in individuals' lives, so we set the course probably a little straighter than maybe some uncertainty that might have already been there. That's what we're trying to do.
Whoa. Look what True Savage wrote, man. The only way to know you picked up the gems is for the master teacher to allow the student to experience and apply what's been taught.
And one of the reasons why we're taking your temperature is because we want to make sure you're ready for the next level. And if the class resonates on the level we're looking for, we can definitely download more information. So if you don't mind repeating, we'll repeat if you need to repeat, if you're not ready. But if we feel the class going to a certain level, we'll take it to the next level.
He picked up exactly who we were. He's like, wait a minute. Because we don't say nothing about it.
That's okay.
It's amazing. We're at 216. What? This is the longest we ever went.
In a while, yeah.
Huh?
In a while, yeah, you're right.
The music is triumph. Right, that's what it is. Everyone got something. Sigma, thank you for coming up. True Savage, Fierce Soul, thank you for coming up. That's what I'm talking about. Yesterday, what's the date? What's yesterday? The day before yesterday was it was Trav coming up and dropping gems.
Yes, appreciate collaboration.
Right. And nobody came up here talking crazy. I wonder why.
We set the tone.
Right, because you know what I'll do. Because at first I seen Keenan, he's about to get deleted. He's about to be All I seen somebody doing like this and like, Doc, don't be like that on here. I got a little nervous for a second. I went, no. You ain't about to have that kind of going on over here. Sigma. This has to be the first time. Thank you for, dude, I appreciate you coming up all the way from the Netherlands. Man, you know what? Who would do that? Appreciate it, man. And you came dropping gems.
Absolutely.
Sounds like the next soundtrack to Creed movie. I gotta extend this beat though, because it's only a couple minutes long. I go to the lab maybe tonight. We moved we moved her ass as individual, as thinking class, as humanity. What? That's right. LDA, make more beats like this. I will. I'm gonna go into the lab and make some more. Be a good workout beat. You going? Yeah. Motu music, right? I got to go back into the lab and get into the rhythm to do it. We out of here. Y'all know anything else?
I'm done. I think we all said it. It's a great conclusion for this week. And much more to come.
Next week. What we got next week going on? Next week we're going to do what? I think we might do thinking class the second week. I like this Motu music. Rick Ross, British chick voice. Viking Soul, where you been, bro? Play some slow music.
You sure you're not an actor too?
We out of here.
I swear, you're so dramatic. You're real drama. You sure you're not an actor too? I swear, you're so dramatic. You're real drama. You sure you're not an actor too? I swear, you're so dramatic. You're real drama. You sure you're not an actor too? Drama. You sure you're not an actor too?